This is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here to do my setup for the week of June 15th through the 21st. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. Wow, I almost need to start flipping that way to make it even. Anyway, this week I'm using a kit from B&R Paper Crafts. This is the second time I've used this kit. It's called Self-Care. I have 3 full boxes on this page, 4 more full boxes, and some glitter headers, non-glittery boxes, glittery boxes, functional things, 2 more full boxes and some icons, and then some more full boxes and for functional stuff. So for today's setup, my plan is to use, I think I'm going to use the weekend banner. I'm going to use some of these headers for the top. I'm going to use these guys as a set, and then I did pull in some extras. So first extra is for the dates. I pulled out another set of B&R Paper Crafts date dots. Let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I just realized that doesn't include the 21st, which I also don't have here because somehow this was done on exactly the same dates. All right, well, apparently I'm just gonna write things in because I don't feel like I need more date dots. I pulled out the zebra mild liner in beige to write the dates, the days of the week, and apparently also the date numbers. So there's that. I then also pulled in these 2 washi tapes. This one is, I think, from Michael's from quite a while ago with the gold foiling. This one's Scotch, just solid silver. And to go with the Scotch silver, I actually plan to do a cover of these purple or gold foiled hearts. I'm thinking they're from Sadie Stickers, not totally sure. I used them a couple weeks ago on the other half of the sheet, but I thought with the self-care theme, it would be nice to use this half as well. And I'm kind of doing a mixed metals vibe because I think that'll be fun, and then I could pull in potentially a few other silver things during the course of the week. And then my third set of headers, this is a wiggle from Scribble Prints Co. that I also used a couple weeks ago. There's only a little bit left, but I'm going to use this last set of glitter headers. This is in like a gold shatter kind of situation with some hollow vibes. And then I also have flags and bows and some icons that I can use during the week as well. So I'm going to do all this setup-y bits, and then I will be back so we can do the interesting parts. All right, here's where we're at so far. I'll give it a little wiggle and a twerk. Definitely a good amount of foiling. Unsurprisingly, once I put the overlay on top of the silver part itself is much less obvious, but you can still see it a little bit underneath, and I think it looks really cool, even just as kind of like a grayer tone. So I'm happy. For the full boxes, I have these 2 for... that's 6, and then 7, 8, 9. For this, I think I can probably fit all 9 with the sidebar. So I think I want to do, these 2 are like both tools, so they feel like they go together. These 2 kind of feel like they go together. These 2 feel like they go together. And then I feel like these 2 go together, leaving this one kind of the odd one out, as it were. So I think I want to do this one and maybe these 2 as the ones that I kind of split across everything. And I kind of just want to use this one as my full box because I feel like that's the vibes I want for this week. There we go. I'm going to put it up pretty high. It's going to give me a ton of space on the side, but I think that's okay. And then I'm going to put, I think, this one as my middle box, if I can get it lined up properly. I need to leave like just a little gap on the top and bottom of the boxes here. All right, and then next up, let's see. I might actually repair these and do like these two and these two just to kind of, I think they kind of center the page a little bit better. So maybe we'll go with that instead. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I think I want to do these guys next. These ones I feel very confident in how they should be paired, so I think they're the next best ones to use. They also definitely look different than the box I just put down on Thursday, which I think is also helpful. And then I think, maybe I will split these two and these two, just because I think otherwise I end up with like two faces right next to each other and then two not faces, and I think that might be worse. Okay, I think I'm gonna do maybe these two next. And I'm gonna break my rules about trying to put everything towards the center of the page because I think it's actually gonna look better. I mean, this is self-care week, so things can look different than they usually do, you know? There we go. And then these are gonna be my last two. One goes here, and then one goes here. Like so. And that means this page is done. Very exciting. Okay, moving on to the sidebar. I'm gonna keep these out. I don't know if I need them, but we'll keep them out. I do know for sure. I actually don't think I need any of these pages. These guys, I'm gonna need that. This, and then this guy. Okay, I think I want to put this last bit of this tape up here at the top. I think that will look cute if I can get it straight. There we go. I don't know if that's actually straight, but we're gonna treat it as such. There we go. And put my last little cover on. And this page is done. I love it when I can really like use up. There we go. That looks pretty cute. And then pulling in from my leftovers, this is a lovely planner blog habit tracker that I have in my stash. And I think this color goes pretty well. I am going to be tracking, I believe, socials as usual. I am just going to drop this entire thing, make a giant mess. All of these like really cheap Dollar Tree photo books that I have all of these in are kind of disintegrating at this point. I should probably replace them, but I honestly just haven't gotten around to that. It feels like we have a lot more browns than grays, so I don't really want to use, well, maybe we'll bring in a little more gray. Why not? Okay, Piper Paper Company. Little social guide there. And then I'm going to put in a little divider. There we go. And then I do have also from Lovely Planner Blog, I think I'm going to use this one, this little work hours box. As you probably know if you watch my channel regularly, I definitely don't need to keep track of my work hours. So what I do is I just take this box and I cut it right under the work hours header. And I just get rid of that header. And then I'm left with a box that just has the weeks on it. And it's pretty even on the top and bottom of how much space there is. So I think it looks overall pretty good. So I'm going to stick that one in. And then another one of these little strips. Like so. And then I do want to stick in this full box, but I think I have a little space left. Yeah, I got a little bit of space left. I think maybe like one of these guys. So what one do I want to use? I kind of think I want to use maybe this dark brown. I just really like this particular box and this color. Okay, and then I'm just going to stick this in. There's not space for another header, or apparently it's going to just stick to me instead. All right, there we go. And then I just heard my husband come home, so we're going to finish this later. All right, moving on to the daily parts. Let's see what we have left. This page is done. To work with. So I think I'm going to use 3 of these flags for work. This is going to be an extremely busy work week. So I feel like it's nice to use something a little bit bigger because it's going to take up pretty much all my mental and physical energy for the week. We'll see how that goes. But I'm going to stick in some little flags here. I think these 3. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then what do I want to use as my work kind of stickers to go with that? Do I have scripts? I do have some work scripts. Let's see what I have. These guys, and then these are all like purple or blue. Well, maybe I'll use them anyway. Okay, so these come from B&R Paper Crafts. I was gonna go for like a less foiled vibe, but you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna go for it. They might be blue, not really sure. Just gonna stick in the little work from home. I always work from home. My company's 100% remote. That's all we do. Okay, so now that is done. And then also on Monday, I'm going to have my Plan With Me going up as usual. I believe the icons, let's see, I do have a YouTube still. And then the other video that's going to go up is my planner. So I could use like the paper clip maybe. All right, let's do that. Maybe we'll use these guys. I think maybe this one. Oops, put it a little bit higher up. There we go. I'll use the little YouTube icon. That's for my Plan With Me. Otherwise on Monday, I don't currently have anything planned. Same with Tuesday. And I think same with Wednesday. I don't think I have anything on the first half of the week. The second half of the week is where interesting things start happening. So I am taking a day of PTO. And then Friday we're closed because it's Juneteenth here in the US. So I need a couple little scripts. Maybe I'll use these. They kind of go with the other ones from B&R Paper Crafts. These are a little tricky because they're very easy to tear. Hopefully I don't do that. Let's see. There we go. That's one. They have like barely any contact between the two halves. So it's so easy to tear. All right, there's 2. Did it successfully. So Thursday and Friday, as of right now, we don't have anything in particular planned, and nothing for the weekend, I believe, is set. I do want to put on Friday, I'll use this one. I think this is going to be my July or Estelle setup for my daily planner. So I will put that up. And then over the weekend, I'm not sure what we're going to do. Hopefully something fun, maybe relaxing. but I think we'll just stick with this for the setup. So here's where we are at so far. Lots of foiling for sure. And then I have icons, glitter boxes, functional things, more functional things, and non-glitter boxes left. And then I do also have these 2 sheets from the Wiggle that I can use. So definitely plenty of stuff to use during the week. So with that, stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here is the finished spread. I'll give it a little wiggle and a twerk. Definitely tons of foil. This week turned out to be quite rough. So if you saw last week's plan with me, you saw that I kind of just stopped in the middle. And that's because my paternal grandmother, my Nana, passed away. So the first half of the week was really spent doing family stuff, funeral, things like that. So the week did not go the way I anticipated, which means, of course, I had to rearrange some things. But it was an important week, even if it was not the one that I was hoping for. In terms of stuff from the kit, as you likely already know, I have a bunch of pages that I finished from various things. I do have some date dots left as well. And then I have some flags, bows, stuff like that from the Wiggle. And I have just a few things in the kit itself, a few icons, boxes, functional stuff, more boxes, and more functional things. So not a lot left, but that's gonna go in my leftovers stash. I did also pull in quite a bit else. The zebra pen up here, these guys from Lovely Planner blog, this from Piper Paper Company, all these scripts from B&R Paper Crafts, these from Creative Cavern Studio. This one I'm not sure, it's from my stash. I don't remember what the shop is. This bottom washi is from Michaels. The other one is Scotch with the overlay, maybe Scribble Prints Co. Not sure where the overlay came from. But yeah, it was a week, but it looks cute in my planner. So I think we're just gonna leave it there for now. So as always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below. Or if you're not feeling chatty, just leave me a heart emoji of some sort. I would love to hear from you. Say hi, send some love back. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads. I'll show you bits and pieces in my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.